everyone. Happy Monday. Happy President's Day. I hope that you are enjoying the day. I'm seeing a lot of snow melting. I'm seeing some grass, so that's awesome. Wanted to pop on and just do a little bit of a recap reminder on the new home inspection disclosure that I have been going out and talking to a lot of buyers and sellers in the last few weeks because the market is really ramping up in my area. And people are still surprised to hear this. And so I just wanted to pop on in case you are a home buyer or a seller and make sure that you're aware of the new regulations put in place by Mass Affordable Housing. So let's get into it. So just to kind of recap the purpose or the intention, I guess, of why this was put into place was, if you remember after COVID, I'm sure we all remember the last few years, 5 or 6 years, it's crazy now that it's been in the market, has been like the wild, wild west. That's what I call it. And we have seen multiple offers on lots of properties selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars, in some cases over asking, and buyers, in order to secure and beat out the competition, have been or were waiving home inspections, waiving financing, appraisals, all of that stuff, just to get an edge and a leg up. So what the Mass Affordable Housing has done is they have put in a new regulation to try to level the playing field for all of the different buyers, to make it more equal. So what is the new regulation? The new regulation is a form now that all sellers have to sign and present to buyers upon making an offer. In turn, the buyers also need to sign it. And basically what it says is that the sellers are acknowledging that they have to give the right to a home buyer to do a home inspection. So every buyer has a right to do an inspection. And what this says is that you cannot any longer, if you are a home buyer or a seller, at the start of an offer, upon presenting an offer, negotiating an offer, before your offer goes in, you cannot allude to the fact, you cannot say that you're going to, you cannot, if you're a seller, pressure the buyer to waive a home inspection. This form says that both parties agree and acknowledge that buyers are allowed to do a home inspection. Why? Why is this done? Because they're not allowing this to be used as a negotiation tool to win an offer at the onset. Now, here's the biggest question. Can a buyer still waive a home inspection? Absolutely. A buyer has a right to do a home inspection, but absolutely does not need to. But the caveat with that is, with this new regulation, that would have to be determined and agreed upon and notified from the buyer to the seller after the offer is accepted. So at the onset of the offer, again, there's no talk about any home inspections. There's just simply a form signed by both parties that said that they understand that the buyer has a right to do a home inspection and that the seller is not pressuring them not to do one. However, after the offer is accepted, the buyer can decide to waive and skip their home inspection. What does this mean for you? For a home seller, this means that upon listing your home, you should have this form signed. You should be prepared to know about this. Your agent should be talking to you about this, and your agent should be attaching this to the MLS so that you are protected. If you're a buyer, what this means for you is that it evens the playing field a little bit at the stance of negotiation at the start of everything. And then it is up to you and your feelings and comfort level of whether or not you decide to waive a home inspection. However, you cannot do that at the onset or negotiation of the offer. So I want to know, what are your thoughts about this? Whether you're a buyer, seller, not looking to buy or sell, everyone has an opinion on this. I have my own opinion. I'm not going to share it. But what do you think? Are you in favor of this? Do you think that this is a more fair thing that gives the buyers, more of an edge? Or do you not believe in this and you think that anybody should be able to do what they need to do in order to make a strong competitive offer? I would love to know. DM me, comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts.